Hello, sports fans. Hey, welcome to the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football post-game show. It was a one-sided game on Thursday as the New England Patriots shut out the Atlanta Falcons 25 to nothing at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Mac Jones' professional career is off to a pretty encouraging start. Not only did the 15th overall selection of this year's draft win the New England Patriots starting quarterback gig over the summer, and has since led the team to a 7-4 record. He has also played some very good football along the way. Against Atlanta on Thursday Night Football, Jones even made history according to Elias Sports. The youngster became the first qualifying rookie quarterback in league annals, and that is IE as well, one attempting a minimum of 15 passes per game to complete at least 1% of his throws in back-to-back contests. Jones went 22 for 46 against Atlanta for a completion rate of 84.6%. He also gained 207 yards and threw one touchdown and an interception, each helping New England win with a final score of 25 to nothing. The previous week versus the Cleveland Browns, Jones hit 19 of 23 attempts, completing 82.6% of his throws for 198 yards, as well as 3 touchdowns. And the Patriots won that game 45 to 7. And Mac Jones is really having a great career so far. And that's the reason why the Patriots have been on a hot streak lately. And they will be playing tomorrow. Actually, no, they will not be because they've already played Thursday night. But next week they'll be playing, I do believe. And so we will. But they won't be playing tomorrow because they've already played Thursday night. But looking ahead to their Week 12 opponent, they will play, I'm trying to figure out who they're going to play, the Tennessee Titans next week. And that'll be a 1 o'clock start in Week 12. So we'll see if they can get the win. And because right now, the Patriots are 7-4 right now. We'll see if they get the win and go to 8-4. And they won 5 in a row. See if they can make it 6 in a row. As for the Falcons, they did absolutely nothing right in this game, and the Falcons' offense just crumbled, which is why it was a very depressing night and a very depressing game for the Falcons. And they just New England just was all over them all night, and that's why. And Atlanta had chances to score but couldn't do it, and never got on the board in this game. So that's why. That's the reason why Atlanta got the win in this game. Now it's time to give out some, and I'm going to recap this game for you right now. We'll do that first before I give out the game balls. First quarter, New England went 3-and-out and had to punt after 5 plays and 27 yards. Then Atlanta went 3-and-out at the punt after 3 plays and 1 yard. And then they tried to get in the end zone for a touchdown, but could not. And Nate Folk kicked a 32-yard field goal attempt, and it was good. And it was 3-0 Patriots. And then Atlanta went 3-and-out at the punt after 6 plays and 16 yards. And then in the second quarter, Mac Jones passed short right to Nate Agenholder for a 19-yard touchdown. And Folk's extra point is good, and it was 10-0. Patriots second quarter. And then the Atlanta Falcons had a missed field goal they tried to get in the end zone after a 4th and 19, after a 4 and 14, 45. It was a 50, and it was there was a penalty on that 45-yard field goal. It was notified by penalty center James Harris, and it was a holder decoy penalty on Atlanta. Spriggs illegal formation, 5 yards enforced at New England 27. Then and Ryan had gotten sacked for no gain at the New England 27 for minus 13 yards at the New England 27. And they tried to get in the end zone for a touchdown, and they couldn't do it. Koo kicked a 50-yard field goal attempt, and it was no good, went wide left, and that's why they had a missed field goal. And then New England had to punt after going 3 and out after 3 plays and 4 yards, and Atlanta went 3 and out at the punt after 3 plays and minus 8 yards. And then the Patriots tried to get in the end zone for another touchdown, but couldn't do it in the second quarter. And Folk kicked a 44-yard field goal attempt, and it was 13-0 at halftime. And in the third quarter, New England went 3 and out and had to punt after 4 plays and 19 yards. Actually, Atlanta went out, had to go 3 and out, after 4 plays and 19 yards. Then New England went 3 and out and had to punt again after 3 plays and 5 yards. And then Atlanta went 3 and out again, had to punt after 3 plays and 2 yards. And then New England had an interception at first and 10. Mac Jones passed deep right, intended for I think it was J.J. Smith or Juju Smith, or excuse me, intercepted by I think it was Anthony Terrell. I think it was Anthony Terrell at the Atlanta 13 to Atlanta 48 for 35 yards, and that's what caused that interception to happen. And then Atlanta had a turnover on downs, and that was at 4th and 1. Quentin Olson, left guard, to New England 16 for no gain, and that's what caused the turnover on downs. Those last two, there were 2 plays for no gain, and that's what caused it. And then New England had the punt after 3 plays and going 3 and out after 3 plays and 8 yards, and it was still 13-0 at the end of the third quarter. In the fourth, to begin the fourth quarter, Atlanta had an interception at it was the first time Matt Ryan passed deep, intended for I think it was Kyle Pitts, intercepted by I think it was Daryl McCourty and Jay and Bentley at the New England 22, and ran out of bounds at the New England 22nd for no gain. So and then New England tried to get into the end zone for a touchdown, but could not do it. Folk kicked a 53-yard field goal attempt, and it was good, and it was 16-0 New England. And Atlanta's offense just made too many mistakes in this game, and the defense didn't do any better either. Atlanta had another interception, and that was at a 2nd and 6. Matt Ryan's pass, short left, intended for Oren Zacchaeus, intercepted by Jackson at the New England 46, and Jackson ran out of bounds at the 49 for 3 yards. And then New England tried to get into the field to the end zone for another touchdown, but they were not able to, so they had to settle for another field goal. Folk kicked a 33-yard field goal attempt. It was good, and it was 19-0. New England. And then Atlanta had another interception. Atlanta had 3 interceptions in the 4 interceptions in the fourth quarter. This was another interception they had, and it was at Jay Rosen's pass, a short middle intended for Roy Gage, intercepted by Van at Atlanta 35. Van and for a 35-yard, and then it was intercepted by Van at the Atlanta 35, and then Van ran it in for a 35-yard touchdown. The extra point was no good. Folks, extra point was no good. And went wide left, but it was 25-0, New England. And then Atlanta got the ball back. They had another interception. And Frank's pass short left intended for Roy Gage, intercepted by I think it was A.J. Phillips at the Atlanta 23. To the Atlanta for 23 for no gain. And so that was, and then it went back to New England, and all Mac Jones had to do was kneel twice, and nonetheless, the New England Patriots get the win by the final score of 25-0. And I gotta that Olsen guy was Quadri Olsen, that's who it was. And that Gage was I'm trying to figure out, hold on a minute, I'm going to tell you who it was, because I was saying Roy Gage. I don't know if it's Roy. Russell Gage. It was Russell Gage who had those the passes weren't intended for. I am sorry. Russell Gage. I know I said Roy, but it was Russell Gage. I do apologize. Now I'd like to give game balls out to the Patriots. Mac Jones, 22 of 26 carries and attempts, 207 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Ramondre Stevenson, 12 carries and attempts, 69 yards, no touchdowns. And the name is Nelson Agholor. That's not Nate Agholor, Nelson Agholor, excuse me. 5 receptions, 40 yards, and 1 touchdown. And basically, it was all New England in this game. It was just one-sided, as I said. So that basically New England got the win in this game. That's just about going to wrap it up for the... and my brother-in-law and I both took the New England Patriots and both won on this one. I'll have the rest of the picks for you tomorrow. Now, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football postgame show. I'll be back with Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday early games postgame show and all the other the late game Sunday night and Monday night game on Monday, but tomorrow's for the early, late, and Sunday night game. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day and every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.